Hello class, good afternoon. Welcome to the second practical session of computer network. So we are doing hands-on practical on various concepts that we have learned in our last lecture theory. So before I start, let me know quickly, am I audible to you all? Yeah. So we are doing a hands-on practical session on some, all the concept that we have already gone through. So suppose that you want to implement static routing. There are two types of routing, static routing and dynamic routing. So as the name suggests, this static routing, the network administrator have to define the hop address, what should be the next hop and which network the particular packet should travel. So for that we first let me share my screen so that you can see the packet tracer as well. So for that you are required to deploy PC, switch, router and then configure. So how much did you like the previous hands-on practical session? Was it informative? Did you learn something new? Yes class? So all the theory that you were studying, now you can visualize that, you can understand, and by that doing so you will never forget all the concept. What is the working of switch, working of router, working of hub, switch, router. And now we are going to implement connect to router, see how routing is done. And we are configuring the IP address that is static. Did you notice that? Which type of IP configuration I am using? Yeah, dynamic DSCP, I can also use that. Let me share my screen. After this, I will have a breakout session. There you will perform the same experiment and I will visit each and every group and see what you all are doing. Okay, is it clear? I may ask someone to share your screen also. Agree? It is clear? Quickly, let me know. Can you hear me? Before I start, let me know, class. Am I audible? Because I'm not getting response, so I can't understand whether I'm audible to you all or not. Thank you, Himanshu Verma, for letting me know. Share screen, share audio. I have shared my screen. Once it is visible, let me know. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible to you all. Well, so we want to create two different LAN. Suppose that I'm having this router and another router this. So which, the router, when the router is used, you all can tell me. So which type of cable is required to connect these two router? Anyone can tell me? You can see the physical configuration by clicking here. You can connect three router with one router. The series I am using here, you can zoom in and you can see. This is the Cisco 4300 series, 4300 series, more advanced version. This is the router's CLI, command line interface, where you can configure your router. Okay, you can enable router, you can set up the IP address, you can set up the router. Let's exit from this. I have Tell me quickly, router is used when the router is required. Diksha, any doubt? Which platform you using? I have installed Packet Tracer in my PC, Cisco Packet Tracer. Can you reply when the router is used? Quickly, first, do not take for connecting to different network. Correct, Himanshu. There's only one student for me in the class, Himanshu. Fine. So which cable is required to connect these two routers? Can I see some reply? This is the same type of device. So, gigabit. This I have connected two routers. Now I have n number of PCs in my local area network. Okay, fine. Now 3 PC I cannot directly connect to the router. Let me take switch, and that switch, let me do connection first. Okay. Uh, Preferences, you can display the device name label. Okay, fine. Switch 0. Device name is being displayed. All right. Connect, hook up these pieces. Can you see this orange color? Why it is orange? Because switch takes some time to boot and switch takes some time to identify the MAC addresses, physical addresses. All right. Let's hook up. Now this is my LAN 1. Let's take some PC in second LAN. Let's do it quickly because we have been doing it. Okay, fast. Let's connect this PC. PC4 to switch 1, PC5 to switch 1. Now you can see this green. Now it is turned into green color. So this switch, now connection is set up. So you remember this interface. When you click on the router, you come to the config. So this interface is connected. Let me also display the logical always show port, to which port it is connected. See this port gig 0 bar 0 bar 1 is connected to the LAN 1. So, and this 0 bar 0 bar 0 bar 1 is connected to LAN 2. Now these two routers are connected is 0 bar 0. So let me take a note so that I cannot forget. So my this network is 192.168.1.1. So yes, so that I can remember. So this, let me another network. This one 192.168.2.2.2. Say for example 1. It's another network. Fine. You can take any. It's up to you. This interface is connected to here, this interface. Now there is another interface, that is two routers are connected. So let me take a note. It will be 10.0.0. I'm taking a class A IP. You can take any, no issue. So I'm not configuring. This is only note so that I may not forget while I am doing the configuration. Now let's configure the IP address of these PCs. So PC1 is in this network, that is 192.168.1.1. So let me configure it first. So static routing. So the IP address I'm changing it is second IP. See, the default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Default gateway is nothing but the the address of the router, the hop through which the packet should travel. What will be the default? So in our case, the address of the router is 192.168. Now this PC is configured. Fine. Let's configure PC2. Okay, desktop configure. I hope I'm not going fast because I have already it's saying IP address conflict. So 1 is there, 2 is there, it's 3. I have already explained point-to-point connection, the working of hub. I may delete this PC. Actually, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, it is 4. Okay, now this configuration is done. Now let's come to the network 2. Here it is using this IP address. This LAN 2 is on that. Let me configure the IP address of the same. Fine. This is 2. Then default gateway is the address of the router 2 itself. Let me give the IP address of this PC. So this is 2 is given, 3 is it is default gateway. Fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3 is given the IP address. 4. Okay, fine. Now you can see this IP configuration is done. You can check by the command IP config. For that you need to open command prompt IP config. IP config, this time I want to see all the configuration. So here the IP address is set, it is 192.168.0. Till now we have already completed. Now comes the next and the most important part of the configuration. So let me ask you for a quick feedback. Okay, I can simulate this network. So simulate, let's send some PDU from this device to this device. So this is successful because I'm just communicating in local area network. This is the first time the communication is going on. So that's why the ICMP packet was sent to both the machine. Now the acknowledgement is received. Okay, LAN 1 is working fine, and here the acknowledgement is being transmitted. Okay, all right. The acknowledgement sent back to switch 0, switch number 0, back to the machine. So this you can see the communication is successful. As this was the first time. So if you communicate next time, see, it will not broadcast the PDU. It's going to the destination machine itself. From PC0 to switch 0, from switch 0 to PC2, the acknowledgement is sent back. Now you will see here the packet delivery is successful. Fine, network 1 is working fine. Okay. Let's check our network 2, whether it is working fine. So instead of the simulation for the first, I can see it is successful. Network 2 is also working fine. Okay, fine. Now let's see whether I can send this data from this network to this network. it is failed. Did you notice why it failed? Yes, class. Why it failed? The most important part of the configuration is the configuration of router. Is it clear till now? Till now, any doubt? LAN 1 working fine, LAN 2 is working fine, but there is no connection between the two. The configuration is not done between the two LAN local area networking. So see carefully. Quickly let me know, class. You can choose any router, no issue. Doesn't matter. You can select anyone. So this, okay, this interface is gig 0 bar 0 bar 1 is connected to switch 0. Okay, now come to this CLI. You can directly give the command, but I am telling you GUI, but you have to write command in your worksheet, where first command you will give is enable. Okay, now you are enabling the router. Then configure terminal means you are going to configure the terminal, right? So interface command, this command is used, which interface is active? It's gigabit Ethernet 0 bar 0 bar 0, it is active. So the next command is that you will give the IP address. So to configure the IP address, which command you will give? Let me recall, it's 192.168.1.1. This is the IP of my first router. So to configure IP address on the router, I'm giving IP address command, then this IP of the router, and then default subnet mask. You have to also turn it off. So to turn it off, which command is used? No shutdown. No shutdown. So you will see the Ethernet interface 0 bar 0 bar 0 is set up now. So let's exit from here. Right? Let's exit from here. Now this router is connected to switch. Now it is up. If you click on, there are some detail. The gigabit Ethernet 0 bar 0 bar 0 is up now, and the IP address is set up is 192.168.1.1/. Now come to the router 2. For router 2, in configure, you can see which this okay, this 0 bar 0 bar 01 is connected to LAN 2. Let me check it here whether it's gig 0 bar 0 bar 1 is connected to LAN 1. Yeah, this is I have configured in this, but this is not the line. You have to remember the line. Okay, which line? This interface gig 0 bar 0 bar 0 bar 1. So this interface it is. Actually here I have to set up 192.168.1.1. Be careful, otherwise the communication, the router will not be configured successfully. Now here you can see this line turned green now, it's on. Now come here. This is gig 0 bar 0 bar 1. So move on gig 0 bar 0 bar 1. So here on this, which IP address it is? The address of the router 192.168.2.1 it is. Let's turn it on, close it. Now here you can see this line also turned green. Now this interface, the router 1 connected to router 2 is not connected yet. It is, the red one. So this configuration is gig 0 bar 0 bar 0. So let's configure that. There, suppose that we are leaving it blank, the third interface. This interface, So what you are setting up here, so this interface, I'm going to perform static routing now. Is it clear? All line turned green. So you will click on the routing. In routing, you will click on static. We are going to perform the static routing. So in static routing, the network administrator have to maintain the routing table by itself, have to give the information to which network is want to connect, to which hop, suppose that there are 5 router, so to which router the packet should travel. So to which network you want to connect, I want to connect 192.168.2.0. The mask default subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Next hop. What is next hop? Next hop is the address of the router. That is, next hop is 10.0.0.2. So you have to add that. Yeah, it is added. Now this configuration is done from router 1 to router 2. Similarly, you have to repeat the same process on router 2. Go on config tab, click on the routing, click on static. From static here to which network you wanna connect. I wanna connect 192.168.1.0. So subnet mask 255.255.255.0. The next hop on the router 1, it want to go to the router 0. So see how complex it is, static routing. Here I am doing the static routing. The next hop is 10.0.0.1. Let's add it. Click on add button. So the one new command for the static routing is IP route. You give the network to which you want to connect, default subnet mask, and the next hop. Hop means here the router, right? Okay, I forgot to turn it on. This is turn on. Okay, this one is also is turned on. Fine. So let's check, let's simulate. Now the packet is, the network are configured now. You have to turn this interface, you have to turn it on also. So the interface is 10.0.0.1. Okay, fine, turn it on. Here also this interface, turn it on. It is 10.0.0.2. Fine, turn it on. Now you can see this, the line turn into green. So now our complete network is set up for static routing into to router. So now I want to send packet from, this is my source machine and this one is the destination machine. So let me simulate this and find it out. Now the PC1, the PDU is sent to switch. From switch, it is transmitted to the router. From router 0, the packet is transmitted to router 1 in the LAN 2. Now it is received by the switch 1 of the LAN 1. Again, it's received by the PC4, that is in LAN 2. Now it's sending back the acknowledgement. Till now you can reply switch operate on which layer of the OSI reference model. Now the packet is received on switch 0 again by the PC1 take you can say yeah, bingo, the communication is successful now, right? Just close this simulation mode, click on the real-time mode. So what is the IP address of this PC? Anyone can tell me? The IP address of this PC is 192.168.1.0. Okay, let me open command prompt. I want to see the IP configuration by IP config. Yeah, it is. Let me see the configuration of this PC by using the ipconfig command. Yeah, it is 192.168.2.4. Okay, all right. So be careful while you are now from my PC 0. I want to connect, ping the PC 5 in the LAN. So ping 192.168.2.4. I'm in real time mode. Okay, first is request timeout because generally the first packet sent failed, but you know the reply 3 packets. So total number of packets sent was 4, received was 3, and the loss is 1 packet, that 25% loss. This happens generally the first time only. There is another command tracer, you know, trace route to 192.168.2. Let's see whether it works or not. Yeah, it's working. Tracing the route, this is the hop 1. This is my router, you know, the address of my PC itself. Then next hop, it was the router of that network, and third, this is the best, you know, the path to reach from PC 0 to PC 5. Let me close this. You can do it by yourself. This is the complex network. Suppose that if I am using hub, the problem is created when the number of the PCs, number of the computer connected to hub increases. So it will create extra burden. It will be sharing the resources by just broadcasting every packet to every machine, and then it will create the congestion in acknowledgement also, so that switches are used. So yes, class, I am returning to the blackboard. So is it clear? All clear? Can you let me know? Now I'm going to have breakout session where you will implement all these. So before I will keep on visiting each and in every book. Before that, quickly let me know how was the session, this practical hands-on session. We have implemented a complex, and we have implemented the static routing by using 2 routers. Yes, class, let me know, are you with me? Is it all clear? So the router configuration is complex task. You should be careful. You know, this was the reason I was taking note. This was the only reason I was taking the note, so that I may not forget while setting up this. So it's also advisable for you whenever you are configuring, just take a note. Take a note. right? So that you may not forget. You can zoom in workspace also, but this will be not, visible. So yeah, this IP address, I think it's so. What is the drawback of the static routing? Anyone can tell me? You can tell me what is the drawback of this IP address, static routing? Suppose that if any, hop goes down, the packet will not travel. This is another network. See this configuration. What happens if I turn this switch off? I turn the switch off. Can you see the effect? Yes, class. I turn the router 1 off. So what are the networks that are being affected? Can you observe and reply? Let's have some discussion. Can you see the green line and red line? This is how you can, troubleshoot your network. Why? What is the reason for this? Can you observe some changes? Yes, class, I'm talking with you all. Okay, fine. I'm creating a breakout session. You will be finding out the same. Well, I have again turned on the router.